Monday, a rainy 51 degrees, and you can pretty much lock that in as your forecast for the next 4 or 5 days. 51 and rainy tomorrow, 50 and rain Wednesday, 50 and rain Thursday, 50 and rain Friday. Showers on and off, mornings, afternoons, all that. Hopefully you're feeling we were due to have this kind of deluge of rain for 4 or 5 days because it has been so nice. The weekend was beautiful on Saturday. Weekend was even beautiful on Sunday, right up until it started to rain. But
get ready to fend off your "this is elite weather" takes for the next 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna come at me with fall stinks, you better come at me with I don't know what, that Tiger Woods isn't good at golf right now. Like, hey, pretty good run. This one is a pretty good run. It's a beautiful fall, and it's not over. I mean, what are we? We're into week 7 of fall, and it started raining.
And it was 70-something degrees yesterday. I was wearing T-shirt and shorts doing fall activities.
We went apple pick. Oh, who had the most fall weekend? Ready?
Okay.
Apple picking. We went apple picking. Apple picking and the whole, Palooza, the Fall of Palooza tour.
Yeah, we went for apple cider slushies and apple cider and pumpkin donuts.
Okay, that's strong.
While also there was like a playpen for all the kids in it was a corn pit. Like corn kernel pit.
That's a strong counter. Yeah. I'll see that and raise you. We carved pumpkins.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The next day.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Right.
I went into the app on my phone and changed the lights on my house to orange and purple.
Oh, all right. I mean, look at this.
Basically the equivalent of putting up the Halloween lights.
This is a good old-fashioned autumn off right here. This is a battle.
And I watched football for 6 hours.
All right.
There you go.
We put on the movie Hocus Pocus while doing it.
Oh, okay. We did that too.
All
Hocus
right.
Pocus was on yesterday while I had the games on my phone during the 4 o'clock.
What else?
So I wasn't really watching Hocus Pocus. It was on. I was focused on Denver coming back against the Giants, though.
Same. My wife has a spot for Hocus Pocus in her heart. What else did we do that would have been fall-like?
Hocus Pocus is a 32-year-old movie, by the way, at this point.
I have never seen it. It's on in my house.
You said it was on yesterday.
It's on in my house every year. And every year I take a look at it and I think, I'm not going to watch it.
But if you've seen it like 7 times on in the background, you haven't learned it at this point?
I get an idea of what it's about and think I'm not going to actually watch this. I could not tell you much about it other than, Bette Midler's in it.
Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica
Kathy
Parker.
Najimy is in it. And, and they're witches. Have a good time.
Yeah, the Sanderson sisters.
Okay. Yeah. That's about my...
How could you would pick up on things as you hear it, though? No?
I mean, I'm telling you, I walk in a room, I see it for 30 seconds, I walk out. Like, I'm not...
Oh, you're not sitting in the room when it's... Okay,
no.
You don't have, Okay, because I'm sitting in the room and I've got the games on, another screen, a laptop or a phone or something.
No, I watched some games. I watched some in New England. I watched a lot of the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. I watched that Sunday night game last night a little bit. Saw some Colts-Chargers. And is that it? What was the afternoon game, the 4 o'clock game that was on around here that I would have watched? Oh, Colts-Chargers. That would have been the one I watched the most of.
Colts-Chargers.
So, yeah. Watched some games, got some football vibes, and also thought about the Bills, saw the Sabres.
It wasn't the best Sunday until the Denver-New York game, right?
Yeah.
Was anything really that crazy before the Denver-New York game?
No, probably not.
There weren't even that many 1 o'clock games. There were only 6 of them. Because we had bye weeks, and we had a London game, and we had Thursday, and we have 2 Monday night games. So there were 6 1 o'clock games. So that kind of limited the madness, I think. I don't think, was one of the Sunday at 1 games even close? I think they were all double-digit, the New Orleans-Chicago game maybe got close for, a minute. But Tennessee and New England was never close once Cam Ward decided to just drop the football for no reason. And then otherwise, that was kind of it. Even the 4 o'clock window. The Denver game gets close, of course, in the fourth quarter. It was 19-0, but I don't know. It wasn't the best Sunday, I would say, for football.
All right. I might agree. I'm
going to blame the Chargers for that.
Yeah,
the Chargers are just going to be the Chargers for eternity. They're never going to change.
I saw Timo Riska of Pro Football Focus pointed this out. The Chargers got into scoring range on all but one of their drives. And it was kind of like the playoff game where they threw Herbert, who doesn't throw picks, apparently now. Maybe he throws picks now.
He threw a bad red zone pick.
He threw a pick at the 28, not a red zone pick. And then after that, threw a pick at the 5.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
In the end zone, rather. So, he got picked off a couple times. Their drives, here's the Chargers' drives yesterday, not to get too deep into this. Field goal, punt, interception, and then touchdown, and then turn it over on downs. Yeah. They had a couple of early turnovers, and then the offense hit the gas, and the Colts just never let them back in.
That's what I mean, though. Isn't everybody just tired of going through what the Chargers did the day before for 15 years, or whenever Phillip Rivers started as their quarterback, and having to explain to people no, they're actually good. I'm telling you, they're look, they're good. And then what do? They find a way to in this game, they just didn't blow it. They just weren't competitive. Really, the Colts had a double-digit lead for almost the entire day. Yeah. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted by the Chargers, trying to think they're actually going to turn this into meaningful seasons, and it just never happens.
What do you think it would look like if the Bills played the Colts?
Right now,
really good question. Would it look a lot like that?
I think the Colts would do whatever they wanted.
Here are the Colts' drives in that game. Possessions: touchdown, punt before the half.
Okay.
Second half, touchdown, punt, end of game.
They're good.
They're really good.
It's harder and harder to believe that that's not real, or at this point, no one has figured out how to stop them. Clearly.
Yep.
Because they're how would it look against the Bills? I don't know. I wonder if they would think, let's go to Pittman and Daniel Jones play action and throw on them, or yesterday it seemed like it was a lot of we're just gonna run Jonathan Taylor and just smash you in the face with our offense. That's kind of how it felt yesterday. They could not stop Taylor.
He has three touchdown games this year.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So how would it look? I think they could almost pick how they want to do it.
Yep. He only ran for 94 yards in that game, but again, 3 touchdowns. He's got a case at Offensive Player of the Year as much as James Cook does. Early in the season, we talked James Cook,
especially with Puka out right now.
Yeah,
he's hurt.
You might get Offensive Player of the Month for Jonathan Taylor here. He has 7 touchdowns in his 3 games, with another game still to come.
I mean, someone's going to have to beat them. If you want to reinsert yourself into the 1 seed conversation, someone's going to have to beat the Colts.
And their next 4 games, Titans, Steelers, Falcons, and then Chiefs.
All right. Well, if my someone to beat them is going to be Kansas City, maybe it's Kansas City. I don't know, but someone's got to beat them.
Yep.
I mean, at this rate, they're winning a lot of these games kind of easily. I mean, what's the one game that wasn't easily? It was the game they maybe shouldn't have won against Denver, right?
Yeah.
With the leverage call at the end on a game-winning field goal. Because otherwise, they look super, super impressive. Not a good look if you're Anthony Richardson, by the way.
No, and
Daniel Jones has come in, who was there were stats he was the lowest yards per attempt in the NFL in 50 years for somebody who's played as much football as he has, and he has come in and just effortlessly is running that system.
Yep. Do you remember? So this is a good, I don't know about a referendum. It's a case for why you should bench the bad quarterback if you're a bright offensive mind. When they went to Daniel Jones, I remember we talked about it, and one of my thoughts was if Steichen thinks, listen, I'm good, he stinks, I only have so much time to prove that I'm good. And they get Daniel Jones, and when they announce Jones as the starter, there's a little bit of mocking and ridicule.
I thought it was ridiculous.
And how does it look now? Doesn't it look to you like Steichen should coach for the rest of his life? I know it's only 6-7 games this season, but you can turn Daniel Jones into this kind of quarterback where everything looks easy for him and everything's available. Mm-hmm. You're going to make the playoffs with Daniel Jones and go 12-5 with the Colts conservatively. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to coach. You're a Shanahan. You're made. You're Matt LaFleur. You're an offensive mind that's just going to stick around forever. And maybe you move on from Daniel Jones, but I mean Steichen, he looks great right now.
Yeah. What Jones might do for him is he might buy him another run at a franchise quarterback.
Yes.
If they were to ever, if you believe there is some Jones regression coming, which I still would believe, maybe not enough to think they're going to, not win the division or miss the playoffs. they'll probably be faced with a similar question that the Giants were faced with. If Jones looks good all year long and they win a playoff game and then they lose to one of the better quarterbacks, then the Colts might be in a decision. Like, what do we want to do? Want to pay him? Mm. Or I think maybe that's true, though, that Steichen has bought enough goodwill that if he says, I want to take another swing at a young guy, maybe a different type of young guy or just a different young guy, then maybe he's bought himself that opportunity.
For sure.
Because before, I thought he was on hot seat watch. Like, you lose your first couple games, you're out type of watch. Maybe not too far off of where maybe McDaniel was going into the season. I wonder what his odds were to be the first coach fired going into the year. I bet they were up there. And now he's not on the radar for that at all. And he won't be for probably years. I think you do a lot by having the stretch.
James writes in on the YouTube chat, then why is Dart good under Dable? One, Dart is more athletic, more crazy, more off script than Daniel Jones. But that's a finer point. The big answer is because different quarterbacks thrive in different environments. Mm-hmm. Tyler Dunn wrote a lot about this, about how Dable and Daniel Jones couldn't be any different as people. Mm-hmm. And that Dart and Dable are a lot more alike.
Because Dable's fiery, kind of.
Hothead, crazy.
Yeah.
Dart runs head first into dudes, and Daniel Jones trips on his own. I mean, he's fast and has some athletic ability, but just the idea of different people have different ways that they learn.
Jones gives a very, pretty casual vibe, I would say.
Yeah.
On the sidelines.
And Dart is an insane person. That game, how they lost that game is kind of incredible, too. They missed a couple of extra points. They start chasing 2-point conversions. Anyway, I had a... depends how long you want to save this for. I had a thought about the Colts that, listen, when the Bills are not playing, I don't know if you guys out there all do this, are you watching every game and thinking about how the Bills relate to this? Look at this 3rd and 7 call. That makes me think about the Bills' defense. Or here's a kick return. I think about Brandon Codrington. I don't know if you apply everything. The thought I had about the Colts is I don't know. I don't know if it's a dark thought or what it is. Should I just give it to you?
Sure.
All right.
It's a dark thought?
A little bit. Okay. Because I'm not sitting here telling you I fully buy in on the Colts as being better than the Bills. I'm not doing that. There's probably a case to be made for it. They're amazing on offense. And defensively, they're probably better than the Bills, too. Here's the thought I had. Who would the Chiefs be more worried about right now? And let me just give you one name that made me think this. Okay. Lou Anarumo.
He's in Indy.
One team has a defensive coordinator that beat them somewhat regularly. Now, Sean McDermott and the Bills have beaten them regularly in the regular season. Anarumo beat him in the playoffs and lost another game in the playoffs that was also close. So I just thought about that. Sure, they're much more afraid or much more respectful, I would think, of Josh Allen than Daniel Jones. But all right, they both have great offenses. One of them has this defense that we always do whatever we want. And the other one has this guy that occasionally has an answer for us. So don't ask me to back that up. I had that thought yesterday. Like I said, is that a dark thought? Is that bad? Because watching the Colts, I'm thinking, what's their formula to get by these teams? And how could they get by the Bills? Well, run all over their faces. Mm-hmm. Could Daniel Jones pass to these weapons enough? Tyler Warren and Michael? Maybe. I think so.
They've got a pretty good pass game.
They've got a pretty good pass game, and I don't know who the Bills can stop.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at on this Bills defense until they fix things. I don't know who they can stop. That if you have a good offense, I don't think they're going to stop you.
Well, how would you expect the Bills to play them? I'd expect them to try to take Jonathan Taylor away. They would probably try to play the Colts the same way they played the Ravens in the playoff game last year.
Sure.
And say, all right, because maybe their passing offense is good, but is it as good as Drake London was on Monday night?
Probably.
Do they have that guy?
I mean, their passing offense as a whole is definitely better than Atlanta's.
It's not Lamar.
No, that's right.
So I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely good. It's very good to start this year. Pittman is good.
Yep.
Warren might be incredible. That's the one caveat I would give here is the tight end, the rookie tight end Tyler Warren might be amazing. But I would expect they would take their chances with It's tough. Their secondaries in such shambles. Like, I think that's how they would want to play. Maybe they wouldn't think that. Maybe they would go into that week saying, we want to play this way. Base packages. Let's shut down Jonathan Taylor, and they just throw it all up in the air and say, yeah, we just can't do it.
Yeah,
we don't have the personnel.
Yeah, it's not to sit here and tell you that in the playoffs the Colts should be more trustworthy than the Bills. I don't think that really at all. But their defensive coordinator has been around the block. And they've put together their team, their point differential, their offensive metrics. Like they look good. I think they have to be treated like a contender. I know we usually don't allow anyone else in the Bills-Chiefs club, and then the Ravens got in that club. Okay, Bills, Chiefs, Ravens. We don't allow the Jaguars in. We don't allow the Steelers in. All these other AFC teams that were in this schmozzle. I think the Colts have to be allowed in.
Let's see what they do against Kansas City in a couple weeks.
Right.
That'll be their crowning achievement of the season if they do it. Because if you did want to play the game right now of who have they beaten, it's not the most impressive resume. They've beaten the Dolphins.
The Chargers.
Which is a joke. They've beaten the Chargers is going to be their best win.
The Broncos, which you could say they shouldn't have won that game because there was a late kick.
I don't think they should have won that game. And honestly, Denver, we could talk about them. I don't think they're that impressive either. They beat the Titans, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Cardinals, and that's it.
Yeah. Well,
Cardinals, Raiders, Titans, Dolphins. You're getting nothing from me on those 4 wins.
You know what you're going to like about this point? I saw Brett Coleman of Underdog Fantasy and the Bootleg podcast. He made a point that kind of wraps up what you're saying here, and it's about the Bills and it's about the Chiefs. He wrote yesterday, after watching the Rams take apart the Jaguars.
Yeah.
He wrote, if your signature win is over an AFC team, I don't think it means much.
Any AFC
any
team.
AFC team. If your best win is over another AFC team, I don't think it means much. Right now, the NFC looks stronger.
Yes, it does. Definitely.
So take that for what it's worth. If your signature wins against an AFC team, if you beat the Bills, who did that? Well,
Falcons.
The Falcons. Is that a good signature win? Oh, they lost last night. And if you beat the Chiefs,
and they lost to the Panthers.
Right. If you beat the Chiefs early on, if you're the Eagles, I don't know. Like, I thought it was an interesting point.
Oh, the Rams. The Rams have beaten the Colts and the Jaguars.
That's pretty good.
Well, is it? Is it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. But it's two above 500 teams. The Bills' signature win is what? Baltimore?
Right, but what I'm saying is if the Rams, do they feel like they've lost to, what are their losses? They've lost to Philadelphia.
The Rams lost to Philadelphia.
They lost to the Niners.
The Rams lost to Philadelphia on a blocked field goal at the buzzer. And they lost to the Niners in overtime.
Okay. All right, so they're a bad example of this because even though their statement wins are against AFC teams, we all pretty much believe that they're really good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, 803-0550. If you watched the weekend's worth of games, we've made it 22 minutes without talking about the Chiefs. Maybe we'll make it 10 more. Watched a lot of that game.
Same.
Have some things to say about it.
I turned it off at 31-0. Or 28-0, whatever it was.
Mahomes, did he only play 5 series and then go to the bench? Like he just scored 5 possessions and then they sat him?
Yeah, I mean, they were the longest drives ever.
Yeah.
The Raiders, I don't feel like I watched Geno Smith play a down yesterday. I had that game on. I don't feel like I watched Geno Smith play a single play.
That's because they had 3 first downs in the entire game.
Unbelievable. The whole game.
To give context there, the Raiders had 3 first downs. And at one point, the yards were like 350 to 50. I mean, the numbers, some of the numbers in the stats on the Raider game were incredible, including this one, that the Raiders had 30 offensive plays, and the Chiefs had 30 first downs.
That's incredible.
30 offensive plays for the Raiders, 30 first downs.
And what did Pete Carroll say after the game?
He said, as at ProFootballTalk.com, Pete Carroll said, the Raiders' blowout loss was a game I didn't see coming. Pete, I got to be honest. I saw that coming. 11
this
and a half.
Is not the Chiefs team last year that played everybody close.
I saw that coming. They're a terrific team. They did everything they do. They played really well in all phases and kept us totally at bay. We couldn't make a first down and couldn't get off the field. That's the Raiders.
How did the Raiders beat New England?
First week
is weird.
First week of the season. because Drake
in New England too.
In New England,
because that team looks like they couldn't beat anybody right now.
That's right. And Drake, baby, amazing this man. Drake May. I don't know what phrase that.
Baby, amazing.
I know.
This man.
I was gonna say,
put that on his Pro Football Reference page right now. It's been spoken as often as Tom Brady's been called the Pharaoh.
I started to say
baby, amazingly.
I started
amazingly,
to
man.
say baby. I was gonna go baby J, but then I thought that's not right. So then I didn't, and I landed on amazingness, man. Yeah. Drake May was what? Last I checked, 19 of 20 for 220.
Yeah, he just did whatever he wanted.
Did whatever he wanted against the Titans. So, anyway, what did you think about the Bills yesterday? Watching those games, what did you think about the Bills?
Drake May had 21 of 23 for 222 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 2 incompletions.
Right.
I mean, Titans are bad. But man.
Well, May does whatever he wants out there.
He's fourth in the MVP odds this morning.
And he ran for 60 yards.
Yes, 8 for 62.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. 803-0550. Meanwhile, we'll get to this also today. The Sabres are maybe going to save their dead season that wasn't totally dead. It was starting to feel dead. 2 straight wins, shutout win on Saturday against the Florida Panthers. A game in Montreal tonight. Win that game tonight. Get to 3-3. It's nice to see them win a couple of games
in the division.
Yep, it is nice. It is tough to see them win a couple of games and still be sitting in the third from the bottom spot in the Eastern Conference. I mean, they got a lot of work to do, but they're in the mix. They're back, so that's good. Win tonight, beat Montreal, who is I
think Montreal's good.
They are 4-2.
I think Montreal's good.
They're 4-2.
Yeah.
The division, the Atlantic, it's Detroit in first and Montreal in second. Let's hope that's
early.
Let's hope that's an indication that it's early.
It's too early for this. Yeah.
So go ahead and string together another win. Ride Alex Lyon into the center of the earth
as a goalie. Can he play 82 games? Is it possible? What's the record?
70. I bet it's 72. Who has the record? Like Brodeur?
Brodeur used to play 70 every year.
One of those seasons, I bet Brodeur played 75.
Brodeur once started 77.
Wow.
No, sorry, the year before, 78.
78 games.
The 06-07 Devils, 78 games.
Wow. Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's incredible. Wait,
Sabres.
who was the backup? He started 4 games the whole year? What, he played once every other month?
I wonder if the backup even played 4. Could have been just some guy they called from the AHL and play for a game.
That's crazy.
803-0550. All right, Jeremy and Joe, we got a doubleheader tonight in the NFL as well. It's a 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock doubleheader. The Lions and Bucks, and then the Texans and Seahawks. So doubleheader tonight, Sabres game tonight. Bills bye week, returning to practice this week to get on to Carolina. And there's news on Carolina because Bryce Young, walking boot. Bills look like they will get a backup quarterback this week. Andy Dalton, anyone? Good for that? 803-0550, our phone number, and 1-888-550-2550. Let's hope Andy Dalton does not do what Joe Flacco did this week.